Hi there. I wanted to talk to you about our philosophy, and although I have it provided on the website, I think it's important for me to explain it in a little bit more detail about what I mean. I refer to seeds a lot, and of course, the Vine Preschool is where seeds of knowledge are planted and learning grows and grows. And I point out our S squared philosophy, and I refer to it as stating we have seeds of stability, seeds of security, and very important seeds of stimulation. And I believe that in order for children to learn and be successful, first and foremost, they have to feel safe. So it's our job as caregivers to make sure that children feel safe and secure. And with that, it means they have to trust us. So, of course, the trust first begins with the parent. They need to trust us, but then the child needs to trust us. And once they feel safe and secure, then they can learn. Without feeling safe, there's going to be stress and they're not going to have that window of opportunity of learning. So that's first and foremost. Once we have established that safety and security, we want to make sure that we have a stable environment. There are a few articles, I won't reference them here, but there are really some good articles on brain development, and I'm really fascinated about brain development, especially in the early childhood. And we're still learning about the brain right now. But if the environment can be pretty to the eye, a school can look really nice, have new toys, and the environment can be nice, but without stable and consistent caregivers who can provide that stability in a child's life, then everything else is useless. So I believe that that's also important. So we need to have seeds of security, we have to have seeds of stability, and then, of course, stimulation. If a child is not stimulated, they're not going to learn. And in piggybacking about brain development, what I think is so fascinating is that, as of course they talk about babies and being in the womb and the importance of singing and stimulating them while they're in the womb, but what I did not realize was that as you're stimulating a child's brain, obviously the brain are making connections. They call it synapses, but they're making connections. And when you are not making those connections, those synapses will start to dissolve. So if you're not using that area, it's going to be of no use, and so will not continue to work. And that unfortunately kind of speaks to, years and years ago when they talked about children in orphanages and how when you go into that orphanage or those infant rooms, the children are not crying. The sad part about that is that they end up stopping. They no longer cry because no one comes to soothe them as a result of the crying. So then the crying stops. And of course that is it's sad to say, but that's why for us, it's important that we provide children with that stimulation. And we know that once they are stimulated and the environment is one that's a stimulating environment, that's how learning is going to develop. If you think about it, I love the analogy of the seed because the seed is something that produces something else, right? So it starts out as a seed and it produces something. So if I'm starting out and I'm planting a seed of security, then I'm going to produce security. So the child's going to feel safe. If I plant a seed of stability, then in turn, the child's going to be stable and be able to learn. And of course, if I plant the seed of a stimulation, then that child is going to be more open to learning, and their brain and their synapses and their connections are going to be stimulated, and they're going to get more information, learn more information, and become more knowledgeable as a result. So yes, the Vine Preschool is where seeds of knowledge are planted and learning grows and grows, but also we realize that when you're stimulating a child, you're making active. The actual definition is making active and energizing and encouraging something to happen. So if we're doing that and we're continuing to create those synapses for children, then we're successful. So I just wanted to elaborate on what I mean when I talk about that philosophy, because I know that that's how learning takes place. If we don't provide children with that those seeds, those very important seeds of security, stability, and stimulation, then we can't move forward in their success. So here at the Vine Preschool, that is, what I'm referring to. So, I encourage you to come visit, have a tour. We can sit down and have a conversation, and so that you can know that we are out for the best interest of your child. And we raise the bar when it comes to preschool education. They're going to have a wonderful experience here. So thank you for listening and take care. I look forward to meeting you.